Thank you to all my subscribers for coming back and supporting the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm talking about all of the curriculum and art supplies that I've purchased for our upcoming first grade school year. So let's just get right into it. You came here, of course, to look at all the art stuff. So we're going to go through that first. And if you've seen my shorts, I already talked about this, but I purchased these Mondo Llama wax sticks from Target. They were $5. And the reason I got these is because I was going to buy Stockmar wax to do some creative projects with my daughter for her first grade year, but the Stockmar is quite expensive if you know the brand. So I was looking for something cheaper. You can go with a brand called Wiki Sticks, which sells something similar to this, just strips of wax. But these were only $5, and the Wiki Sticks are going to cost you $10 to $15. And so I thought this was a good way to try it out and see if my daughter likes them, and she really does like them. The next item is some watercolors. So she loves to color. She's very artistic, but she's run out of her watercolor, and I wanted to get her like a nicer watercolor set. I just buy Crayola brand items, but I wanted something a little nicer, but also something that was non-toxic. So now that she's been doing a lot more art, I've been thinking more about non-toxic type of art products for her, and this one is great. It's by Prang. This is the half pan set, comes with 16 colors, and it says right here that it's non-toxic, so this is safe for kids. And actually she does an art class, and her art teacher recommended this. She said Crayola's fine, a lot of people use Crayola, but if you want something a little bit better and bang for your buck, then try this. And so I'm going to open it up for you so you can take a look at it. And what I like about it is you can buy like a smaller set with just 8 colors, but I like that this one has the white case. And the way that you use this, it's not like what you would think with Crayola watercolors. It comes with a brush, but basically you're going to get the color wet and then dab some on the white palette part. And then that is what you're going to use when you do watercolors. You're not going to constantly be dipping into these colors. So that way you save your colors and you're just working with what's on the palette. And also what's nice is when this dries out, like the paint on the palette dries out, then you can reconstitute it with water and keep working with that. And so you're not using up all of your colors. So for me, I'm either going to stick with Prang or Crayola for the next few years, and my daughter's already used these. She likes these. She's familiar with them through her art class, and yeah, she was super excited about that. The next thing that I love, and I showed a short about this, are these acrylic paint pens. This is from Tamit, and I bought this on Amazon. Now these were a little bit pricey. I want to say I paid $19 for them, but for acrylic paint pens, guys, that is a bargain, because look at how many paint pens you get. I didn't count them all, but I'd say there's probably like a good 30, 40 different colors. And you can buy a smaller pack. They have like a pack of 12 and then like a pack of 24. But the reason I bought the largest pack is because it was a better deal, and the larger pack comes with the metallic colors. The metallic colors are really what we wanted, and this doesn't do it justice, but you can kind of see what the metallics look like. The gold is a true gold, and so is the silver. And we went ahead and did the swatch so you can see like what all the colors look like. And we've used these before, actually, not in art class, but in another setting, and we were really impressed by these. Guys, what I love about it is that it's dual-sided. So one side has like a pen side, I'm sorry, like a brush side. And then the other side is more like a marker. And so you can use whichever side is more comfortable for you or your child. And these are good for all ages. So maybe not kindergarten, or maybe kindergarten with some supervision. But these are non-toxic according to Amazon. I bought these on Amazon. But according to the company, which is Tanmit, these are non-toxic, but they are acrylic, so they're not washable. So guys, be careful with these, but they're wonderful. You can use them on metal, wood, paper, canvas, like so many different things. My daughter was super excited to get these, and honestly, I am too, and so was my husband, because he does have some acrylic paint pens that he had bought, but I think it was like a 5-pack. And they were just very basic. So these are super cool for all of us to use. Just a final word, these really are a good price. I know that other acrylic paint pens that I've seen, they're like $30 and up, unless you buy like a small pack of like 5 or 6, and you really don't get the variety. But really looking forward to doing some art projects with these. The next product is something that we already have, but I'm just going to mention it anyway, are these twistable crayons. These are by Crayola. We use these in kindergarten, and they're still pretty full, as you can see, and so we're going to continue using these. And my daughter just went right from using Crayola crayons to these twistables. She likes these a lot more. You can see there's 2 different types. Let's say these are like more for older kids and these are more for the younger kids, but she uses both of them. She actually prefers these more. So if you can get these are really nice. She definitely enjoys them. And then the final thing that we're adding for our art stuff, for now anyways, I'll probably, buy things throughout the year, but it's this Usborne Winter Wonderland Magic Painting book. So it comes with a little paintbrush, and I'm not sure if you're familiar, but Melissa and Doug have these Water Wow paint books for young kids, like preschoolers and toddlers, and you just use water to paint, and my daughter used to love those, but when I saw these, I was like, this is perfect for kids her age, because it's the same concept. You just use water, and you can color in the pictures, and this is right up her alley because she loves Christmas, she loves winter, she loves fairies and unicorns, and so this was right up her alley. But the wonderful thing about this is they have something like 49 different variety of these books, which I think's insane, but there's something for everyone. And what I really liked is when I looked at the other books, they had like different ecosystems, watercolor books. They had famous artist watercolor books. They even had one for space. And so I think it's just like a fun little thing to add into your curriculum. This one obviously is just for fun. She'll probably be doing this in the summertime. If you're traveling or you just need something fun for your kids to do, I felt like this was really fun, and it was pretty reasonably priced. Some of the more academic ones, like the space one, they cost a little bit more. I think they're like $14, but I got this one for like $7, so it was very reasonably priced. Okay guys, so now let's move on to language arts and reading and writing. If you've watched my channel before, you'll know that we're doing Explode the Code. And so I got this Explode the Code book 1, 2, and 3 earlier this year. We switched over to this from another curriculum. This is working for us. I bought books 1, 2, and 3 in a bundle. It was cheaper that way, and it only ended up costing me like $7 a book. That's why I did it, and I had gotten free shipping. But I realized that my daughter needed some more practice. And so instead of buying the book 1.5, which I would have to pay full price plus shipping, they actually had this at the library. And so we're using this book 1.5 now. And I'll probably go through this with her again in July before we start the official school year. And then through the official school year, if we haven't finished book 1.5, we'll do that. And then we'll also work on level 2. So this helps with reading, and it also has spelling and writing. And I didn't think that I would need a spelling curriculum because I was like, this incorporates spelling and I can just do like spelling lists and it'll be good. But then I realized after watching some videos and reading some stuff online that we really do, I think, need a spelling curriculum. And so I ended up getting Evan Moore's Grade 1 Smart Phonics and Spelling. Now, Evan Moore is a really popular educational book maker, and I was really thinking about which spelling curriculum I would get, and I was pretty sure I was going to go with Evan Moore. But even in Evan Moore, they have different books for grade 1, and I wasn't sure which one to get. But after looking through them, I went ahead and got this one in particular because it is in color, where the other one is in black and white. And my daughter, I think she just likes the color. It's more appealing to her. And also what I like about this that's different from the other Evan Moore spelling curriculum is this one talks about like word families and exposes the kid to the word family, and then goes through some phonics, and then you have to guess how to write it. You use it in a sentence. And so I really like that, where the other Evan Moore spelling is more like you have a list of words, and then you have to spell it, and then you have to spell it a third time, and then you have a test. And from what I understand, that's not the best way to learn spelling. And a better way to learn spelling is to learn word families. And so that's why I went with this book, and hopefully she likes this and this works out for us. Along with doing this workbook, of course, we're going to do like spelling worksheets because my daughter likes personalized worksheets. So I know I'm going to have to print out worksheets next year. And also we're going to be spelling sight words, and we're going to be using our movable alphabet, which we already have and we used in kindergarten. The next 2 books we are going to be using is for handwriting, and this one is Kumon's My Book of Handwriting. The other one is Draw Right Now. I've heard really good things about this book, which is why I got it, but I'll first talk about this. The thing I like about Kumon's handwriting, again, is that it's in color. And we were using Handwriting Without Tears, but as you can see, it's all black and white. My daughter really did not care for this curriculum. Did we use it? Yes. Did we finish it? I would say we finished about 80% of the book. She did it, but it wasn't her favorite, and she really preferred personalized worksheets, things that I had to print out for her to write. But I do need a curriculum for her, so I decided to switch it up and go with this. Just like Handwriting Without Tears, they start you off with the letters, writing the letters. This is all done in lowercase for the most part, except towards the end. But then right away they have you writing words out, and it goes from writing short words to writing out sentences towards the back, and you learn about how to write people's names, and then at the very end they teach you how to write some things like a birthday invitation and thank you letter and things like that. And so I think that's good. I don't know that this is going to be enough, but it's okay, because the thing I like is that Kumon has a really nice list here that shows you like what the next book in the series is. The next one would be my book of simple sentences, and then my book of sentences. And so if this one's not enough, we'll just go on to the next one. I also bought this book, Draw Right Now, as a supplement for handwriting, because I know that art goes very well with writing, and I heard such good things about this book. This series has something like 10 or 12 books. This is book number 7. The reason I picked book number 7 is because it has animals, and not only animals, but it tells you about where they live. And I thought this would be great to do with geography. And so part of it, the kids learn how to draw the animal. My daughter loves animals. My daughter loves art. So this is right up her alley. And then they can write on a separate piece of paper the little paragraph. Now, if the paragraph is too much, my idea is just to have her write one sentence to start with, and then 2 sentences, and then eventually work up to writing a whole paragraph. The only thing that I'm disappointed in this, oh, and also it has like little facts about the animals, which I think is nice, kind of incorporates a little bit of science too. But the thing that I'm a little bit disappointed in, I didn't realize, is I thought like you could write in the book, but it looks like you have to have a separate piece of paper to write the paragraph, and also a separate piece of paper to draw the elephants. It's not a big deal, but I do kind of wish that you could do it inside the book. The next item we're using for language arts is Wipe Clean Grammar and Punctuation by Usborne Key Skills. It's supposed to come with a pen, but it doesn't come with a pen. It's okay. We can use a different wipeable pen. But what I like about this is that it is wipeable. It gives the parents different tips, and you go through it with your child, and then they can do the activities, and they can do the activities over and over again. My daughter's had different type of books like this from Usborne, I'm not sure how you say it, and she really seems to enjoy it, and so I thought this was right up her alley. And this was really cheap. I only paid, I think, $4.95 for this on Amazon, so I felt like it was a great resource. Now we're going to go into geography. So talking about geography and history, this is just a dictionary, a picture glossary. We do have to learn about landforms and geography in first grade. This really looks like something a first grade would like, very bright colors, kind of cartoony type of pictures. And I like it because it goes through so many different landforms. So we're going to use this as a resource. I actually purchased this last year or a couple years ago for kindergarten, but we didn't use it much. But what we did use was this book by Christy Hale, Waterland. We used this at the beginning of the year to study landforms. I also have printable landform cards that we used. And honestly, if I had it to do over again, I probably would not use this, but because I have it, I'm going to try to use it next year. And I would just go with the Christy Hale Waterland. I like it because it's very Montessori inspired, and I like Montessori stuff. But this is what the inside looks like. Big words. And I like the cutouts. It says it's a straight, and then it shows you what an isthmus is. And the kids kind of get an idea just from flipping through the pages. And then at the very back, it has like a little guide that tells you a little bit more about each type of landform. And I really like that it has a big map that folds out. So again, you can study world geography a little bit with this. And yeah, we are going to be studying world geography. As far as the U.S. geography, I will tell her that there's 50 states, and we'll learn about our state, maybe a couple of other states, but we're not going to do all 50. I'll save that for second grade. I think world geography will be way more fun for first grade. And so one of the things that I got in addition for world geography is a World Atlas sticker activity book. And so this is by National Geographic. I love that it has real pictures. It has little facts about everything. And there's different areas where you have to add stickers to it. And so this is just like a fun little supplement. They have some little games like a search find, and they have mazes, and also online you can find like free state mazes, and so I think that's what we're going to do. They also have books with state mazes. There's one that I saw that was really, really good, and I really thought about getting it, but again, I'm going to try to not do the US states this for first grade, and I'll probably save that for second grade. But if that's something that you're going to be looking for, try looking for the State Mazes book. There's some really good ones out there. Then finally, to go along with history and geography is Ancient Civilizations by Evan Moore. Heard so many good things about this. This is a project-based type of curriculum. I flipped through it. I love what it has. It has different words. It has a timeline. Tells you all about the different cultures. So Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, Rome, China, and Aztec world. I think those are great civilizations to talk about for a beginner. And it even tells you what is history. So very important when you're first starting out. But my idea for geography is to teach her the world, the continents, and talk a little bit maybe like about 1 or 2 countries in each on each continent, and talk about the culture of the people, and then maybe do like one ancient civilization so she can see the difference between ancient civilization and modern times. And yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then for math, we're doing first grade math with confidence. Heard so many good things about this. I did a flip through. I do love the book. I think it lays things out very nicely, easy to understand. This book is not meant to be standalone. You're supposed to get the teacher's guide with it. That's what the book says. But I feel like you could go through this by yourself. But the teacher's manual has like a bunch of hands-on games, and you're supposed to use manipulatives. So if I feel like we do need that, then I'll probably go and purchase that secondhand. It's a little bit expensive firsthand, and this was the most expensive curriculum that I bought. I think I paid $17 for it. But the reason that I bought it, I did not have a math curriculum for kindergarten. I just didn't feel like I needed it. We did a lot of hands-on math. But I got this because I needed something with word problems. I couldn't really find word problems online. I know you could make up word problems yourself, but it's very time consuming. And I just need something that's not super time consuming. A lot of the math manipulatives that we used in kindergarten, we're going to continue to use in first grade. So I didn't really need to buy anything for that. And if you buy this book by Kate Snow, she takes that into consideration. And so I like that you can use things from around your house if you don't have all these different types of manipulatives. But anyhow, I like the way that she does the word problems in here, and I like the place values section that she does in here, and the double digit addition and subtraction. So those are the reasons why I purchased this book. We'll see how it turns out, if my daughter likes it or not. And then for science, as you can see, I don't have a science curriculum. That doesn't mean that I'm not teaching science. I will definitely be teaching science. I taught science to her in kindergarten. I didn't have a curriculum for that either. Mostly what we did was just reading out of books and doing little science experiments, and going to nature class, things like that. We studied a lot about animals in kindergarten, and so for first grade, I'm going to use a lot of the things that I taught her in kindergarten with regards to like the human body and the 5 senses, and gravity and physics and all of these different things. I will continue to do that in first grade, but we're going to do a lot more science experiments. And I just really did not find a science curriculum for first grade that I really liked, and so I didn't buy one because I'm looking for something with like a lot of experiments, and I just didn't find what I was looking for or things that were in my price range. So we're going to be doing a lot of reading, a lot of printed out worksheets, and a lot of hands-on experiments for science next year. So that was all of our curriculum and what we're going to do. I already have a lot of things brainstorming going on in my head for next year. I think it'll be loads of fun. Hope you enjoyed this and that you can incorporate some of this into your learning for your first grade year. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.